Nigeria Twitter ban. Foreign governments move on as Buhari administration intensify war on free speech. See what they have decided to ensure that Nigerian government is put in check. You know that Lai Mohammed was quick to tell us that it's a matter of days. Twitter will be unbound. Days has turned to weeks. In fact, weeks will soon turn into months. And we are watching and waiting. Buhari, like a grown baby who still loves to throw tantrum because his tweet was deleted, went ahead and said, well, let us show these people that we are the boss. Let us go ahead and begin to throw tantrums. And before you know it, he said Twitter was banned in Nigeria. Twitter being banned in Nigeria is just you know, it's just you being bound because there are other ways to also get the Twitter, active in Nigeria. Funny enough, but if anybody is using Twitter, is not going against anything because constitutionally speaking, there is a constitution that binds us. And when the person who is supposed to be governing by the constitution goes against the constitution, that person is the one who is erring, not what the constitution has said, because a laid down rule stipulated for everyone is so that nobody comes and impose their idea on others. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe if this is your first time. Thank you. Some foreign governments, including the US, condemned the call for the reversal of Twitter ban announced by Nigerian authority on June the 4th. Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed jetted out of the United States barely weeks after assuring Nigerians that the suspension of Twitter operation was going to be soon resolved. With the trip coming to the heels of the minister's announcement, a media report suggested that he sneaked out to meet Twitter officials in the US to hash the resolution of the crisis that has become a lightning ball for bad publicity for the President Muhammadu Buhari's administration as the world looks at his administration as a terrible and a tyrant one, both home and abroad. The suspension announced by Mohammed on June the 4th, 2 days after the microblogging site took down a controversial tweet by President Muhammadu Buhari, is seen as one of the very vicious expression of the administration intolerance for discrimination and for dissent or people criticizing the government, which is supposed to be part of what goes on. But the government said it banned Twitter because it was using it to undermine the establishment of Nigeria as a sovereign nation. After his return, Mr. Mohammed would, in an interview with the news agency of Nigeria, NAN, deny conferring with Twitter officials in the US. According to him, meeting with the officials of Twitter headquarters in San Francisco, California, an air distance of about 3,880 kilometers and almost 5 hours flight time from Washington, D.C., where he stayed until he routed off his flight on August the 20th, was not the part of his mission to the US. During the trip, which he described as a fruitful, Mr. Mohammed said he rather revolved around Washington, D.C. for 3 days, speaking with international media organization, and the think tank debunked some fake stories on insecurity, banditry, COVID, and the Twitter ban in Nigeria. He said he also met with Assistant Secretary of the State for Education and Cultural Affairs, Matthew, and other U.S. officials in Washington, D.C. to discuss a bilateral agreement on how to stop illegal trafficking of cultural properties and artifacts between the two countries. Amidst the Twitter ban, which has now lingered for over 90 days, as at Thursday, Mr. Mohammed suggested that resolving the issue was not his mission to the US and US mission in Nigeria. Gravely posted a picture of him and other officials in the US and two other officials on a tweet of August the 21st. Other nations of the world has also looked into Nigerian government and the intolerance on the media to freely communicate to the people as to what is going on, and has said Nigerian government needs to do more and ensure that freedom of speech is enhanced rather than preventing the people against their fundamental human rights. So the US is sending message to Nigerian government saying you guys are not doing well. You should allow people to be able to express themselves. You should allow people to be able to, speak and, without fear or favor. But what's happening now is that Muhammadu Buhari's administration is preventing all this, which is not good. Which is not good. And it's saying to Nigerians, there is need for people to be able to speak. There is need for people to be able to stand up and defend, what they believe. Nigerians cannot be hindered. The blocking of Twitter is part of Buhari's administration, which has negatively shown to the world who he truly is. Buhari is just celebrating mediocrity, himself and those who are around him, deceiving him that he's doing well. I don't understand why they hate this man so much, those around him. They are not telling him the truth. They are not telling him the truth. They keep lying to him that he's doing very well and that the people are proud of him. That's not the true situation. If you want to hear the truth, you need to relate with people you are leading. Don't be far from them. Hear from them. Don't be far from them and just think that, things are just going to fall in place. No way. Things are not just going to fall in place. You have to do more. You have to interact with the people. Sadly, this president is so backward. He's not even thinking about anything like that. He's not even thinking about meeting with the people, understanding what is going on, having that discussion with them, understanding what is happening. It's sad, but it's happening. It's sad, but it's happening. And this is why Nigerians must continue to speak out, because the spirit of oppression already in the land has to be eradicated. These people do not want others to have a free list to be able to go about their business and their life. And they keep, oppressing the people, which is bad. Which is bad. It's very bad. It's very bad. And that's why Nigerians, every one of us have got a duty to speak out, not allow ourselves to be intimidated in any way, form, or kind. Every one of us must ensure that what we believe we stand for. Because this administration is just a wicked one who do not want Nigerians, to do well. It's sad, but because of the Fulani agenda they have at heart, they're not doing the right thing. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Please don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless you. Have a lovely and a fantastic day. Bye for now.